What's going on, guys? It's me, NJT, but you can call me Nick, and that's right, we're back. We're up, and we're playing some more Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. But if you guys haven't seen the last video, we're up to the class trial, and we're gonna figure out who killed the 16th student.
By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
No.
Man, you're totally wacko.
She always
You
is.
really think it wasn't the sprinkler? You better...
Okay. Excuse me. Oh, it's the same as Gambit. Oh no! Excuse me, it's one of these. I love these. These are fun. These are my favorite parts of the class trial.
No!
These are my second favorite things apart from the execution.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know
I
anything.
got an awesome combo.
Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Oh, no.
I hate you. No!
Reload!
I don't know anything. Hold on! Are you trying to blame me?
Yeah, these are awesome. I love these.
I
This is so
admit
fun.
nothing. How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Take that, Toko Mungama.
Just remember what the body was like. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Yeah, that's right, Makoto.
I'm so sick of her.
Yeah, same.
The reason only the top half was wet was because
We dumped water on her.
while the body was still on fire,
Then I guess this...
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So I
There's
didn't do
no way
it.
Makoto could have done it.
Exactly.
In which case, the only one left.
Oh, poor Kyoko.
I'd just like to say one thing. If
Yo.
you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this, which is why I can't let that happen.
Good. That's it,
Are
Kyoko.
you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap. The mask.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her. Huh? She thought Mukuro was the ultimate, so she killed her to try and put a stop to all. But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all, and as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then...
But Toko didn't have an alibi either. She was the one who actually
I'm
went
not
to the
the
body.
only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What do you mean?
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Oh, yeah.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
That would be the, no. Top.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
Yeah, I
You're
do,
right.
that's right.
All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp. And in fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that...
This is not going well. Oh, there's gonna be 3 options in there. Just like what I thought.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch if you put a tarp on a body in that state.
Yeah, that's a point.
Maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they...
If they had, they would have washed both sides, thus washing the...
Oh, whoops. It's
What
camouflage?
if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what
Maybe.
Ifumi did, right?
No, that's the killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
How? The chicken!
I got it!
Ah, that's smart.
Chicken? What? When I checked the chicken coop,
Yeah, there were 5, now there's 4.
So, you're saying...
Yep.
That's messed up!
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful.
Yeah, it is,
They should
isn't
have
it?
at least eaten it.
Well,
I wonder if the killer
well,
had
if
to
you
get the
fried
blood
it,
from the
or,
scene
you know,
so
heat
that
it up,
anyway,
it'd be nice.
there's no denying that a chicken went missing. It
Anyway.
provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You
What?
said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The
Yeah.
ground was completely clean.
Yeah, that's right.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
they covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they've already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off.
Right.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
True.
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare.
No, it wasn't me!
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
But it is!
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound.
Why does everyone think it was
Makoto's
me?
alibi is inadequate.
No!
Well then,
Why would you do
looks
this
like
to
we're
me?
back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
Serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey!
I reckon it
Why
was
don't we let
Toko.
Luck decide? Let's flip a coin.
No!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Yeah?
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
They're gonna say
According
it
to
was
the
mine.
Monokuma file? So, what about...
I'm pretty sure that's what I thought when I first saw it.
Oh crap. No, it wasn't me!
Surprised. You must.
Kyoko grabbed it, she was in my room, remember?
Why did you hide
She was in
that?
my room.
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I had a dream and then...
Suspicious! The knife we found in the body came from Makoto!
No, it wasn't me!
I'm totally convinced he did it!
It wasn't me! Didn't do it! Everyone, you guys really need to stop blaming me because I didn't do anything. Why do they think it's me? I didn't
Wait,
do anything!
hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No! Don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp.
Yeah, exactly.
And then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
True.
Maybe you stabbed her twice.
No. Oh. When it was found? Oh god, sorry. Oh no! Oh no. What?
Shoot!
Great, this is just great. Well, I'm dead.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about
Yeah, exactly.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why?
Because I remember, Toko was the one who went up to the body and I reckon she exploded it.
Well, if you're
She
so
was the
smart,
one.
I'll tell you. I bet some.
I might be
No,
dumb.
because she
Even
went
I'm not
up to
dumb
the
enough to
body,
believe
Toko
that.
went up to the body and she detonated from there. What? Fragments? I don't know.
I got it!
There, I was right.
After the explosion, that fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh?
That's only natural.
Yeah, because it was Monokuma.
We saw the same. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was...
Anyway,
Yes.
the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound, and the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect.
Kyoko? No, it was
Hold on a
Toko.
second,
Toko.
Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Toko did
Well,
it.
I just feel like...
That's true.
Fine. I have no... It won't change the...
Oh, it was Toko. I reckon she did it. I really
Then
think
shall
she
we
did
continue? The victim's fatal injury.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me. And then there's only one...
Oh yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Oh no, that was dumb. I don't know why I did that.
Shoot!
That was so silly.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then... The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object. about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible?
It's possible.
If you hit someone with that...
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! I wouldn't...
No thanks. I bet you just hit...
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours.
Yeah, Tucker's
We want
actually...
to figure out...
We are...
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto.
Oh, the new murder weapon, was the... arrows.
I got it!
Hey.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something.
Yeah, that's right, the arrows,
And
the
that
arrows did
something
it.
was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
One more secret. What? Okay.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's
Yeah, those bloody duct tape in the
inside
thing.
the dojo locker. We also... The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
That's actually
Bundling
pretty
them
smart.
together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop, one stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Would you eat...
See?
Anyway,
It's
that
definitely
explains the
Tucker
murder
must have
weapon.
done it.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such...
Because we have proof, of course. What? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show every...
She gave us the... She gave us this.
I got it!
That's right.
The one right here.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit.
You hold on a second.
Not this again.
Don't.
No, it's not that I want. There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, why? What were you doing there?
Yeah,
That's
what
what
was
I
she
need
doing
to
in
know.
my room?
I was just protecting you.
What?
What?
So she...
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this...
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
That's so
Really?
sweet of her to
But
do that.
you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you
Aww.
tell me I'm wrong?
That's very nice, Kyoko.
Should know.
Yeah, Toko did it! Select, is it gonna select someone or not? No, it was Toko did it, no. Tanka! It was Toko.
Those
Oh my
words you
God.
just spoke. What do you mean?
Toko did it.
Aren't the culprit?
Is that what you're... You stated a theory. You said I hid and then left the locker key in my own room.
No, come on!
But
Yes, got it.
could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand. Master would mean nothing.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong, mate. Yeah, mate.
If I'm right,
Crazy
Kyoko
frog.
wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
That's right.
So So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key
So that's
in there
why she
myself.
slept in the floor 2 dorms! That makes a lot of sense. Oh no. She's not the killer. Oh no, poor Makoto. Oh no, this doesn't... Oh. This is getting... The poor guy, I feel so bad. This game just gets so sad.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you, so let's hear it.
I'm sorry, Kyoko, I have to do this.
I didn't have the key to my... because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt if
You are correct.
so I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's, how else could the key have gotten there?
Okay, I need to figure this one out. It's getting really...
Shoot!
Kyoko, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
No. Kyoko could have gotten into a room. You said so yourself.
Yeah, that's right. She did say that.
In a secret too?
Kyoko stole it from the headmasters, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape, so I lost. That's all this means.
What?
Then, are you saying you really didn't, Kyoko? You really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
What?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished! The class trial is all over!
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out! So then, it's time for voting time, okay? But I guess we already know!
What just happened? Oh no. But we didn't even do the murder. We didn't do...
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
No. Guys, something does not feel right about this.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. This can't be right. This doesn't feel right. Oh, what the hell? What? What? No! Kyoko, no! No! No, no, no! No! What? Huh? What? 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 We're only inside the school. Everyone had sex with Hina.
No! This isn't right!
Makoto,
There's
why are you
more!
staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Oh, there's more! There's more! Please, if you like, guys, subscribe. That is not it. There is more! This isn't over! Please, if you like, guys, subscribe. See you guys next